Hello and welcome to this week's energy forecast for February 5th to 11th. I am your mystic guide and host, Avalon Starlight. And first and foremost, I am really excited to be getting all of this cleansing. This is my third time starting the video, and I always smudge my cards before I pull them during the energy forecast. And this energy has had a massive clearing, and hopefully it's clearing all of the, intensities of January away for all of us. Now, I want to start this week's energy forecast by simply letting you know something. I'm evolving. And I mean, I was thinking about saying things are changing for me, but I don't like that word because I think there's an evolution and things change or shift around your evolution. And so I am evolving into something that I'm going to share at a later date. And that just means that having a designated time on a Monday to record and create and do the energy forecast of the week is not going to be something that I'm going to have access to moving forward. And so I want you to know that it's not like I'm dropping off YouTube. That's not going to be happening. However, the videos and what I talk about will be shifting and changing as my evolution is in process, as I am expanding into new parts of myself and allowing my intuition and my soul to guide the content that comes through me moving forward. So this will be the last energy forecast of the week with a card pull. I'm excited to see where this evolution will take me, and I'm excited to share more about it later in another video. But let's start with February 5th to 11th, shall we? I kind of find it interesting that all of this evolution, as I'm calling it, is happening on a week where on Friday we will celebrate the Aquarius new moon. And the reason why I love that this is happening on the week of an Aquarius new moon is because Aquarius asks us to think outside the box, right? To innovate. And when we have that on a new moon as a beginning, it's like, how can we innovate? How can we think outside the box? How can we build into something that maybe we're not seeing in the same way we've been seeing it before? And so there's a lot of contemplation coming up this week, but there's also a lot of opportunity available if you start to see your world from a different perspective, from a different lens. And like spirits, like zoom out, have the awareness to pull yourself back and look at the situations, the scenarios, the relationships in your life, and notice if there's something more that's meant to be coming. Now, I call from third quarter moon to the new moon, the descent into the darkness. Now, that sounds really kind of like, descend into the darkness, but what it means is that we all carry aspects of ourselves that we maybe don't love the same as other parts of ourselves. And when we're in this very intuitive time of the moon cycle, from third quarter to new moon, it gives us an opportunity to kind of sink in to these areas in which we might have like pushed away a part of ourselves and bring light, moving into the light cycle of the moon, to a part of ourselves, depending on what moon we're moving into, that we haven't been willing to look at or to offer love and guidance and support to in a while. And so think about that this week. Like, is there something that you want to expand into or that you're thinking about doing, but it doesn't fall under the same, perspective of, most people in the world? And can you let yourself go to the spaces and places this week where that part of you that feels nervous or like people are going to judge you or that you're afraid of letting your full authentic self shine through, can you bring awareness to those parts of you and just kind of love on them and bring them into the light so you can say, you know what, we're moving into this Aquarius new moon. We've got this potential and possibility and innovation and creativity available. Where are you feeling? Where am I feeling that and I think about what I have coming up, this expansion, and there's a part of me, just to give you an idea of my shadow, that says, oh, but I don't know this anymore. I don't remember this information. I'm older than the majority of people who are engaging in this activity. What if? And so I'm going to find the parts of myself who are having those sensations or feeling of maybe not being seen in the same way as others doing the same thing. Try not to give too much away here. And I'm going to shine light on her and love her and let her know she is exactly who she's meant to be, and the right people will be magnetized to her no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this week's about. right, is to really think outside the box. Let yourself imagine what the Aquarius new moon, what new beginnings are meant to be brought to your awareness. So zoom out, look at your life and your world from a higher perspective, and then notice where are the stories within yourself that are preventing you from maybe taking that leap or thinking about that innovation or putting out that new thing that you want to be doing or taking a risk, and just being and sitting with that version of you as we descend in. And those places where we sit with those parts that feel a little bit put aside, and we call them forward and we're like, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts? And I love you and I want to hear your perspective. And all of a sudden we gain like a lightness and an openness as we move forward in the next moon phase. So with this being like kind of a new week, energetically, it feels like a new week. Again, I cleansed a lot of January away. We're going to be using a deck I don't often use. It's called the Angel of Atlantis Oracle cards. And I got these from Amazon. And they just jumped out at the shelf behind me. And I was like, all right, we're going to be doing this. And I mean, the cards are in themselves very, very beautiful. So let's see what this week's energy forecast of the week will bring us. I found integrity. I really enjoy this card. I think that it's, first of all, very beautiful to look at. There's a certain level in which Spirit's coming through that as we think about pulling out to this higher perspective and seeing from our higher selves or a higher view, really understanding that the true expansion that they're asking us to seek has a lot to do with what we see as our inner wisdom, our values, our morals. And we're not looking to step into spaces, places, experiences, and relationships that ask us to become something in that we're not, right? Truly, this Aquarius new moon is inviting us to see more of ourselves, to be more of ourselves, to allow more of ourselves. And when we do that, that is the true frequency of integrity, of feeling so aligned with the purpose and the determination and the truth in which you are embodying and bringing out and sharing with the world. And that's a potent energy. And sometimes, like I said, we have to go and find the areas within ourselves where that feels challenging or difficult to do. And just to be in compassion this week, notice it's not like you have to go seek it out, PS. Like, generally speaking, during this phase, that's what intuition, when I say it's a very intuitive time, you will be guided to the pieces, parts, aspects of yourself that are bubbling up to be looked at. You don't have to be like, I'm going on an adventure to find this aspect of myself. No. She'll come up. He'll come up. They'll come up. You'll be like, whoop. And you'll be like, got it. I know what I have to be looking at and loving on right now. And so allow yourself to expand into new opportunities, new horizons, taking risks, but just be really clear that they vibrate at the same frequency that you do, that you are not trying to be something that you are not in order to hold this energy. And they're saying there are times where something vibrates a little bit higher and we expand into that. That's how I feel about the retreat I'm co-facilitating with a magical human, Catherine. You can check it out in my bio. But that's like a frequency that's like a little higher than me, and I'm excited, but I'm nervous, and it happens in March to like lean into that. But there are times where that shift in vibrational energy is in dissonance, right? It forces you to become something different, and that's not what we're looking for this week. So staying in integrity, higher vision, opportunities, different perspectives, thinking outside the box, and also sitting in our intuitive selves and noticing when the thing comes up that is our offering, like in that shadow aspect that we're like, oh, I need to sit with her or him or them and see what they have to say. That is our message for this week. And as always, if you're still listening at the end of this video, let me know what lands for you. And I look forward to tuning in with different videos on different days with different content in the future. So I love you guys. Thank you for walking with me in the energy forecasts of the week for so long, because it's been a long haul now. It's been months, probably about 8 months that I've been doing these. So I'm excited to see how these transition in the future moving forward. Part of the Aquarius new moon energy. We'll see. I'll talk to you guys soon.